If you're like me and you struggle with dry skin, whether it be all year round or through those drier winter and fall months, then this video is going to be for you because I'm going to share with you my favorite makeup products to combat dry skin and have a more hydrated complexion, whether it be, again, year round or just through the seasonal months. A little bit about me in case you don't know me. Hey, what is up? Welcome. My name is Ashley. I hope you're doing super good. I do have dry skin. These last couple years, it has been just in the winter and fall months, but it used to be all year round, and I have tested a ton of products to try to find the products that'll hydrate my skin or at least not just dry it out like the Sahara Desert so much. So I'm going to share with you today my favorite foundations, tinted moisturizers, and concealers that I would recommend to help with hydrating your skin to help get you that hydrated makeup look. I like to steer clear of those extra shiny, Tin Man, glowy, glittery type of foundation, so you're not going to find that here. You're going to find more of a glow, hydration, supple type of look. Nobody take a drink every time I say glowy or hydrating because you will not survive. I'm going to be saying it a lot, but that is just the name of the game, baby. If you do want to see a video of recommended topping powders, blushes, even lip products to combat dry skin, then let me know down in the comments below and I'll be sure to get that video out for you guys as soon as possible. Also, give this video a little thumbs up if you like it and it's helpful for you. Make sure you subscribe too before we go on because I'll get lost in the sauce, baby, and you won't find me again. YouTube is huge and you don't want to miss out on my future beauty videos. But without further ado, I'm ready to share with you my favorite makeup products for combating dry skin. And if you're ready, then let's go, boo. Boop. Okay. Let's start with tinted moisturizers. Let's start there. I have quite a few. I have been on the hunt the last few years to find the perfect tinted moisturizers. Now I have these hydrating ones. I do have some more on the matte side / natural that I probably should have done this summer, but we'll wait till I guess it warms up. Or if any of you do have oily skin and you want to see that video sooner, then let me know and I can let you know. I don't have oily skin, but I have some products that have worked better in the humid months. Humid. Why do I keep saying human month? They're all human months. Humid months or humid climates. Okay, so starting with Tarte Maracuja Tinted Hydrator. Since I only use this part of the year, I've only ever bought in the travel size, and honestly, it's plenty. It is plenty. That's also especially because I don't always stick with the same tinted moisturizer over and over, but I love this tinted moisturizer because it's very hydrating. It has that maracuja oil in it, so it just gives my skin a little bit of extra nourishment. Now, you always want to start with a good skincare base. Always, of course. I feel like that goes without saying, but I said it anyways. But the Tarte Maracuja is a beautiful tinted moisturizer, and I would say the closest thing that compares to that for me that maybe I like just a touch bit more is the Tower 28 Sunny Days tinted moisturizer that I'm actually wearing today on my face. I'm sorry I can't show you every single one of me applying it, but this is one of my favorites. This is my go-to, just like on the daily too, when I don't want to fuss around with too much makeup. I can throw this really quickly on with my fingertips and blend it out, and it looks so beautiful. It's very much like a tinted moisturizer like you would want. Like you get that moisturized look, and I don't have to set it if I'm not doing a full face. Now, if I want to do a full face and kind of beef up a little tiny bit, I usually like to grab a stick foundation. Lately, I've been using the Huda Beauty stick foundation because it's more of a wax base, so it gives that more hydrated, almost kind of a waxy look. I know that sounds weird, but it gives that kind of a sheen, a glossy sheen, but not over the top. This one's not too much. And I just kind of put that in different places on my face that I feel like I want a little bit more coverage on top of a tinted moisturizer. Funnily enough though, the Huda Beauty stick just on its own, it's not quite hydrating enough, so I use it more to add just like a little bit more, like I said. From the drugstore, I have from Milani the Glow Hydrating Skin Tint, and I have two of them because it depends on the time of year and how much tan I have, but these are gorgeous. Gives you so much glow. You get a nice lightweight coverage, and it just is It's beautiful. It's beautiful. What can I say? I also fell in love with this one, the Glow. It's called the Sea Shield Anti-Pollution Moisture Tint. This one is going to be your more medium coverage type of tinted moisturizer. So I do prefer to blend this with a sponge, but that's just my preference. If you want the coverage even more built up, you can use the brush. All the other ones so far, I like to apply with my fingertips, but this one I like to apply with a sponge. I just feel like it gives that more seamless, more medium coverage glow. I really enjoy that one. one. And then same thing in the more medium category, but this one I can use any type of way and I really love how it looks. And it's actually almost gone here. Look at that. It's the It Cosmetics CC Nude Glow. I fell in love with this one when it came out. What was that, a year or two ago? It is so gorgeous. It brings the glow, okay? These two are probably the most similar, the Milani and the It Cosmetics, but It Cosmetics, you get more coverage than the Milani, but you still get that same glow factor. If I want it to be less coverage, I can apply it with my fingertips or a really damp beauty blender, but for more medium coverage, I go with my sponge or sometimes even a blush. Now, the glow, I'm not joking here. It is glowy, so you have to love a glow. So you know. If you want like something that is hydrating but the least amount of glow, it's probably the Tower 28, maybe the Glow Lotion, so more lightweight coverage, more medium coverage. That kind of helps you there. So most glow is going to be your Milani and your It Cosmetics Nude Glow. So that's the tinted moisturizers. While we're at it, let's talk foundations. I mean, we had some medium coverage tinted moisturizers that almost are foundations, but let's talk about House Labs. Now, the most hydrating foundation I think I've ever used, so much so that people with oily skin hate this foundation from what I've seen. They hate it because they're gonna be too glowy for their skin. Their oil is gonna just explode. It's humid climates. I don't wear it. Let me put it this way. I do not wear this one in the summer or if it's humid because it's a lot. It's very moisturizing, but if you have really dry skin, I would recommend trying it out. Maybe get a sample at Sephora if you don't want to splurge on it because it is on the pricier side. It's the House Labs Triclone Skin Tech Foundation. It is so hydrating, you guys. It can have different types of coverage depending on how you apply it, but I get almost like a medium to full coverage. Sometimes not quite full, but it's just about there. It is so incredibly glowy. This one does lean more to a full coverage. You can dilute it down a little bit to a more medium if you use a sponge, but if you use a foundation brush, you're gonna get more of a full coverage. And again, you're gonna get that intense glow. I don't know exactly what they put in there to make my skin look so damp, so moisturized. It's not shiny. Again, not a Tin Man, but it is extremely glowy. So if you're looking for something like that, that should check the box for you and hopefully you enjoy it. If any of these that I've shared so far, you guys have tried out and you either love it, say you hate it. Let's talk in the comments because I know all skin's different. Everybody has different experiences with products and sometimes it's a matter of what you pair it with. These ones are funny because they pretty much dupe themselves. It's both from number 7 and one of them is the Restore and Renew Serum Foundation and then the Lift and Illuminate Triple Action Serum Foundation. Both a serum foundation, so they both have, I believe, some oils in it that help to hydrate the skin. And then ColourPop, I am down to the bottom of the barrel here, but I got a lot of other stuff, so I don't know if I'm going to repurchase it quite yet, but of course, it's the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Hydrating Foundation. It's all in the name, baby, and they mean what they say and they say what they mean. It is a hydrating foundation. It's funny because this almost goes on like a tinted moisturizer for me, so I'm tempted to put it in that category. Kind of similar to the Milani Glow consistency wise, but you are going to get a little bit more coverage with this one. This one sits at about a medium coverage for me. So if you're looking for all those beautiful aspects of a tinted moisturizer, but with more of a tint, more coverage, then you can try this one because it gives that hydrated look as well. Last one that I'm going to talk about is the NYX Born to Glow foundation. Is that what it's called? Yeah, Naturally Radiant Foundation. Again, it's naturally radiant, not as blinding, but still really hydrating, and you get more coverage. So this can be a medium coverage. Again, it all depends how you build some of these up. Some of these don't love to be built up, so it just depends. Take a little bit of time to experiment and see how you like it. But you have your fingertip category and your tools category. Tools category usually being your foundation. Moving on to concealers. The lightest coverage that I found that I really enjoy is the Makeup Revolution Eye Bright Illuminating Under Eye Concealer. Do I use this only under my eyes? No, I don't. I don't recommend putting some of these products on, say, blemishes, like my little pimply guy I have here, because it can illuminate the area, but you also don't want something that's gonna dry it out and make it worse either. So this one, even though it says under eye only, I do also put it in like the areas that I don't mind covering a little bit more, but getting a little bit of a glow. So like in between the brow area, right on the nose, right on the Cupid's bow if I need a little extra coverage. It's a little sponge tip applicator, so you could pop it right on. I love pairing this one with a tinted moisturizer. So say I really quickly want to go on the go, I throw on my Tower 28 tinted moisturizer with my fingertips, and then I can throw on the Makeup Revolution Eye Bright and just pat around that area. And again, if I need a little coverage anywhere else, that is the name of this game. It's a very thin consistency and it's a very light coverage. So it's just just when you need a little bit more. It's not going to be full coverage. No, 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 no. It's going to be a little light coverage, but it is beautiful and I really love how it looks. Stepping up just a little tiny bit is the NYX Bear With Me concealer. This one is really nice at adding a more natural kind of hydrated look without being too over the top, too glowy, and it has, I would say, about a light to medium coverage, maybe medium for concealer. Maybe, but it's really nice. I really love to use this actually on my cheeks where I have a lot of discoloration. If I need a little bit more coverage, just pop it right there. I honestly haven't used it under my eyes that I can remember. So I wouldn't particularly pick it for that. This is more of your face. This one would work good to kind of diffuse a blemish, but you're not going to get full coverage with it, you know, but it's not going to dry it out. So that's kind of what we're talking about. Covering a little bit without caking it up. So that's nice. Now, if you want something with more coverage, but it's not going to dry it out, but it's a drugstore price point because we love that. The Catrice True Skin Concealers. These are so good, you guys. I can't believe it. I cannot believe Ulta doesn't sell this brand anymore because these concealers, I guess maybe they came out after. Too late, too little too late. You can only get these on Amazon, I believe now, and then I think the UK might sell Catrice in stores. I can't think of anywhere in the States that they're sold in stores anymore. Let me know if I'm wrong, but I love the Catrice True Skin Concealer. I actually first got a shade that was too dark for me on accident, the 15 Warm Vanilla, and I was loving it though. Like, it was fine in the summer, again, for my cheeks, but I was like, I gotta get it for my under eye. I got to get it. So they were just recently having a sale again on Amazon, and so I picked this one up, and you guys, it is perfect. It is a full coverage concealer, so you like that. You can always dilute it a little bit, like with a sponge or something, but when I use a brush, I got some full coverage, and it was beautiful on my skin. It looked so hydrated, a little bit of glow, and it was really nice. So I'm really loving that. It is hard to find a truly hydrating, especially under eye concealer that will give you a lot of coverage, and this one does it for me. I love it. It's so good. Also, this one isn't full coverage. This is a medium coverage one, but I have two of them again. The Milk Makeup. It's not talked about enough, okay? I believe it's the Milk Future Fluid Concealer, and it is gorgeous. I picked these up last year and I love them. They give me that medium coverage, like I said, but they blend out beautifully and they give me a hydrated look. So many times I've ran and tried the latest and greatest concealer and it dries out my under eyes. These ones do not do that. I love it. I love it. I love it. Love it. If I honestly, I'm going to keep talking about a couple more concealers, but these are like my top two picks, depending on your mood, your vibe, you know, medium coverage, full coverage. You know, but I also love the other ones for lighter coverage, so it's hard to say. But I got two more. This one I recently fell in love with. It is way glowy, okay? I'm sure you've heard of it. The Rare Beauty, what is the actual name of this one? Something illuminating concealer or whatever. It is beautiful. It is beautiful. Your under eye area is gonna look so glowy. It's gonna look so hydrated. I get a medium to full coverage with it. It is beautiful. It is so beautiful. I just can't say enough great things about it. I actually first tried this as a sample from Sephora, and the sample lasted me forever. When I was finally able to purchase a full size of it, oh my goodness, so happy. Oh, that's right up there. That's hard. Actually, now all of these are favorites though. What am I talking about? I'm like trying to put them in most favorites. It just depends what you're looking for. Now this one it's an interesting one, so I want to include it, but it's kind of like an honorable mention because it's not a favorite. I know I just said this is a favorites video, but it's because I'm picky about it. I'm picky about it because you get a lot of glow. So what this is for me, it's a savior concealer. So this is the Born This Way Ethereal Light Concealer. You get that glow, you get the hydration, but say I'm kind of like an in-between day. Maybe I want to use a full coverage matte concealer, but I want to add a little bit of glow. That's how I'm using this because you don't get a lot of coverage with it. And I don't love not getting a lot of coverage with high-end products because it just feels like silly, like you're spending a lot of money. Because this one, it's a very light coverage, and maybe you want that. Maybe you want a light coverage and a lot of glow. It just, for me, it adds that hydration that sometimes I need. Like, oh, I just need a little bit of foundation, like, or I put some concealer on, I'm like, ooh, looking a little dry. I need a little bit of hydration, but I don't want to beef up much coverage. That's where this has come into play for me. So it's kind of more of an honorable mention. Like if you have it in your collection and you're struggling to use it because you're expecting it to be more full coverage, maybe try it that way to just beef up whatever concealers you have laying around. So I wouldn't particularly say to run out and get this. The more I look at it though, the more I fall back in love with it. maybe on my lighter days. I'm trying to remember if I've tried it on my lighter days. So I know that's kind of a weird tangent, but those are my favorites for my favorite tinted moisturizers, foundation, concealers to help you with your dry skin, either all year round or this dry skin season. We are here. It is upon us. Let me know if you want to see more videos like this and what categories you would like to see. Make sure you subscribe before you go. I'm going to pop up a video on the screen right here that I think that you might enjoy, and then you can keep hanging out and talking and chit-chatting. And I'm going to see you guys in the next one. Okay, bye.